Welcome back, everyone. Episode 4 of Lord of the Ring Rise to War tier list after 1 year of the game being out. A lot of things changed in the meta, and some champions that were actually great back in the day are actually falling a little bit behind. And this is what's happening right now in the game, and I just want to make sure to, just do a little adjustments. So, let's, without further ado, start. And we got Adjunai, which, she's going to be C tier. Like, a lot of people tried to make her work. I never saw anybody like successfully do anything with her. Sadly, her counter reel is great, but again, it needs more than that to be very, very strong. So C tier for her, and just a champion to avoid all around. If you get her items, I would give it to Zagrid instead, because Zagrid is actually quite better than Adjunai. Then we got Azure Core. Azure Core is going to be B tier. There's multiple ways to actually build Azure Core. I don't see him a lot in the meta, but the guy has a lot of potential if you do like a double attack. I would have to say Azure Core is probably better in non-RP server. So if you got Azure Core and you're on RP server, maybe try not to use him too much. You need the elves for the archer build to work quite well with the double attack and stuff. So not a bad champion, but it still need a little oomph. And if you actually can build him with the fire damage, but you will need Corsair and his Respect 10 items, which gives additional damage, fire damage actually, if you have Corsair in your ranks. So a few things to do with Azure Core, not quite ideal, so that's why he's B tier. Then we go directly to Galashna, the most useless champion they released like in the past seasons. I mean, there was honestly nothing to do with her. She's just bad all around. A little bit like Ergon, where her stats and her skills doesn't like quite fit, and it's just not working. So D tier, stay far away from her. Change her feather gift into like Madam Voucher. Yeah, get as far as you can from her. Oh, and then we get directly to Godmog, which Godmog will be A tier. Super versatile, super strong with orcs and troll, but he's also, it could also be put into the siege tier because he's the best siege of the game, if you didn't know. But yeah, most people only use him for siege, as he could actually be very, very strong, commanding orcs and trolls. So keep in mind, this is a possibility for him to be used in another way. So if you want to try it, not for siege in one season, he's actually very strong. Then we got Grishnak. Should I say more than that? Like, the guy is worse than most tier 1. Shouldn't be a tier 2. It's just terrible. Avoid him at all cost. And if you get those orc metal, which you can give reputation, give it to Godmog instead. It's just better for you to get a higher tier Godmog than Grishnak. Then we get Kamel. Kamel, which season 1 was actually quite good. Falling a little bit behind, but still has some redeeming quality. That's why he's B tier, like on the edge a little bit of maybe A tier, because sadly there's not a lot of tier 2 commander that are incredibly good on the evil side. So Kamel, having a very nice respect 5, where you're going to buff your troop and debuffing the other troop, works very well with Fallen. Or you can even build him as Tiny Witch King, where you put your Respect 3, as usual, Ring Wraith, and you also put some point into the second in command, where it gives 15% more damage to the melee unit, and your alchemists will also have the four first instance of damage, 75% chance to avoid. So it's kind of protecting your troop as well as giving them more damage. So that's why Kamel is actually B tier here as Tiny Witch King. Versatile, there's stuff to do still with him, even though first season it was like up here because there was no Witch King. So now Witch King took the place of Kamel, and he's now B tier. Latar is next, and he's going to be C tier. I've tried to make it work. Other YouTubers I know tried to make it work. Nobody was able to. So, like, he's a little bit too divided on what he wants to do. Like, he's not totally DPS. He got some DPS, but he's also buffing the troop, protecting like Reapers, but not quite enough for the Reapers to be good because he doesn't give any more damage. It's just like Reapers will survive, transferring damage to another troop. So all in all, very high potential, but execution not so good, unfortunately. Lurtz, my boy Lurtz. So Lurtz first season, even second season, was S tier. Like, a lot of people were using him, but nowadays things changed, and he also got some nerf. They changed one of his skills where it was giving them like a percentage of power, like might, and eventually they changed that, and thus nerfing Lurtz while buffing other Eurekai commander. So yeah, he failed a little bit. He's still very good if you have him and you want to have like a DPS commander. Lurtz still very, very strong, especially in non-RP server where you can give him some Goat Rider to reduce the defense of your enemy, and you're attacking, so you get this 20% more damage. But yeah, he's very like specific. You need to be attacking for him to be great. But yeah, he's still able to do tons of damage if you like use him correctly. Then we go, next is Mouth of Sauron. Mouth of Sauron is S tier. Actually, I'm quite sad that first, second, and third season I didn't see the potential of the Mouth of Sauron, thus I was giving his reputation items to other character. But he is actually very, very strong. Nowadays in the meta, he also counters a lot of commander that have damage in the first 3 rounds, because you got harbinger of darkness, which during the first 3 rounds, everybody do 75% less damage. That include your army and the enemy army, so that being known. But he also got Disheartened, which reduced the enemy damage by 21%. Add everything up, as well as the bonus damage that he gives to orcs and troll, and you can get some very, very good result by just waiting the 3 first round without doing anything. Your troll will taunt the enemy, taking the damage, like the reduced damage, so they will ultimately survive and protect your Morgul Arbalest, which will do a ton of damage behind. They also have Madness. He gives Madness to the enemy, and Enfeeble, like just crazy strong commander. So that's why he's S tier for the evil tier 2 commander. Next one, we got Quan. Quan's going to be B tier. It's too hard for you to know always what's going to be in front of you, which Quan is actually good at, where you need to know if you're facing human, or actually man, dwarves, or elves, in order for him to take advantage of the 30% more damage. So yeah, he's okay, he's able to do some stuff, but overall, like, it's too random for him to be like higher than just a B tier. Next up, we got Shadow. Shadow is going to be right here. B tier, Shadow itself is able to do a good amount of damage, and mixed up with like the classic combo Alchemist and Troll, like you're gonna reach sometime like 300k damage if your enemy team has like 3 units, because Shadow attack all around, dealing damage to everybody, and you can also it actually does poison damage if you max out the skill, and you can just deal a lot of damage. The reason why is higher than Kamel, because they are quite equal in my opinion. Reason why is higher than Kamel is his respect 10 items, where it is first of all an armor that gives attack for orcs and troll, which is very, very strong by itself, but the substat is what makes it better. If you got troll in your army and it's maxed out, obviously maxed out gives all the other unit other than the troll 36% reduction damage. So you can have like troll that tanks and even pass round 3 where the taunts end. If you have troll in your army, every single other troop takes 36% less damage, which is massive. It is huge. So that's why Shadow is a little bit higher than Kamel. Next up, we got Uluk. And Uluk is going to be right between Latar and Adjunai. I've seen some build with Uluk, which I am quite curious to see work. It is with Eurekai, obviously, because he boosts Eurekai to a certain point where you're going to do like something like 45% more damage, but taking 10% damage. But he also got another skill that reduced that, and another skill that heals. So the guy has some potential. So far, I didn't see him on the battlefield, and that's why it's C tier. But I would really like to test him further in the future. So maybe this list will change. But so far, it's going to get this C tier, just because I don't see him anywhere, and that's usually a good sign or a bad sign in that specific reason. And last but not least, Zagrid, which Zagrid is going to be A tier. Zagrid is a very underestimated commander. Got a lot of damage to deal, and also debuff the enemy so it doesn't retaliate as much. And the strong part of Zagrid is it will do damage with skills by itself, but some skills also deal an additional huge amount of damage to a mounted enemy unit, and most army actually carries mounted unit. So that's why Zagrid is able to like do a lot of damage as well. He works very well with Ram Rider. So yeah, Zagrid is able to do a lot of damage. Quite like Lurtz, but the difference, Lurtz will do more damage if he's attacking, but Zagrid can defend without any like debuff. Lurtz doesn't have the 20% bonus if he's not attacking, and Zagrid doesn't have anything like that. So that's why Zagrid sometimes is more versatile than Lurtz, but they are very, very close by in the A tier. So there you have it. After 1 year of Lord of the Rings Rise to War, tier 2, Evil Side Commander tier list. Hopefully this actually helped you make some decisions, make some choices, see who you're getting up and who's like left in the dirt. Talking about you, D tier. Yeah, if you appreciate that, or if you have any question and queries, comment. Just leave it down below. I read everything. If you didn't do already, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one where we're gonna explore the tier 3 for this series of tier list. All right, ciao for now.